Hello, welcome to the Craft channel. Today I'd like to demonstrate to you how to use our great free stamp set that comes with the March issue of Craft Beautiful magazine. It's a Spring Day stamp set. You've got loads of stamps on here. You'll love this kit. I just want to show you how very easy it will be to make up a composite card using your stamps. Just a couple of tips. I mean, most of you, if you've rubber stamped, you've got your own ways and means of doing it, how you like to do it. If you've never tried it before, all you'll need to get is a Perspex stamp block, because these are clear clinging stamps, and you'll need a decent quality ink pad as well, and some smooth card, because they're quite detailed images on here. What you don't want is soggy looking prints. So I will grab a stamp. There's so many to choose from. Let's grab this planter here. Mount it up on your stamp block. That's just big enough on that piece of card. Now I'm using, as I say, a pigment ink pad. It's a black. Quite often I don't use black, but I didn't have a green one, so we'll go with this. Don't over ink your stamp. It's very tempting to squash it in there. You really don't need to do that. But what you do need to do is you need to put your stamp cleanly onto your card and then apply an even pressure over it and lift it away without smudging it. Now, because these are quite detailed stamps, actually they look really nice black on white, but use a bit of Bond just to blot away any excess ink before you go any further, because you can see there's just a small imprint there. What you don't want to do is you don't want to smudge it as you're colouring it. And then just grab yourself some pens. I use alcohol markers. They're great because they're dual-ended. Try not to scrub. When you're a kid, you'd colour in like this. Just simple strokes along here. Because sometimes if your stamping ink hasn't dried properly and you start scrubbing at it with your alcohol markers, what will happen is you'll get black ink on the end of your alcohol markers, your colours will go muddy, and you'll just get an overall sludgy looking card. With stamps like this, especially detailed stamps like this, you find that sometimes less is more. You just need a hint of colour on there, because the detail on it gives it, everything that you need. And with these tiny little blooms like this, there's no way on this earth you're ever going to be able to colour in those blooms perfectly. So I just use a technique of dotting around those flowers, so there's a hint of colour, and I use a couple of shades of blue for that. So that you've got a little bit of colour. You don't need an awful lot. And once you've coloured it all in, take a large pair of scissors, or a small pair of scissors if you prefer, and you can just cut around the outside of your design. Because then what you can use it almost like a 3D decoupage design. Don't try and get right in with all those leaves. Leave yourself a decent border. And I will not carry on, but I will show you the end result of something like this trough of flowers. It looks like this. Take yourself a card blank, however you want to do it. I mean, I don't know what, I might do this actually as a landscape card blank. Originally I was going to do it portrait, but thinking about it now, the flowers are too pretty, we need more space. And if you stamp out and colour in your flowers and arrange them like a garden set, with a little rabbit at the bottom, a little greeting up the top, and a few butterflies. I quite like that arrangement. I actually need to move him to the corner though. And you can just put these on here with a few foam pads. And the other nice thing about these, having them as a 3D design, is you can have them so they overlap the edge of your card, like this hyacinth in a pot needs to go in the foreground, And the pansies and the tulips can go sort of mid and background. Like so. Pop that on at an angle. Pop our bunny right in the corner so his tail's just hanging off the edge of the card, and then decorate it with a few. Let's pop one up here. Butterflies. Let's say when you see the variety of stamps that are available on this stamp sheet, you know, this will keep you going all through the spring. You'll be quite happy with this set. And you can check the details below to find out where you can get hold of this March issue of Craft Beautiful magazine. I'm just going to stick this last butterfly on there because seeing as I've cut him out, I'm going to use him. Although it might be a bit excessive. Let's put him down there. So there you've got a really, I mean, it takes time, but if you enjoy card making, you can sit there quite happily stamping and colouring and cutting out, and then you can assemble them when you've got time later. Or if you want a simpler idea, there's plenty of examples in the magazine. You know, the row of bulbs, just a nice plain black and white bunny. And this is what I mean by the detailed stamps. You don't need any colour on him. He's so beautiful. And there's lots of other cards in the magazine. So go out and grab yourself a copy. You will not be disappointed. I'm just going to pop this back here so it doesn't get dirty. And we'd like to see how you get on with your stamp set. So do let us know. Do get in touch. And we'll see you next time. Bye. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.